Hello! Today I'm going to be trying out a game called Escape from Earth. This was a game that was submitted to me in an email. Reminder for everyone, this series is open for submissions, so if you're working on a game that you'd like to see covered on my channel, please send it to me, and I would love to take a look at it. So this one is kind of an interesting case. It's a little bit different from the other games that I've picked out or had submitted to me. This is much earlier along in development and in much more rough state. So it's kind of I've spent more time with it than I usually would with one of these games before I do this kind of a playtest thing, just to figure out how exactly I was going to do the video. I generally recommend having a game that's a little further along in development than this if you want to submit it for me to play on this channel, but we'll see how this video goes, and if anyway, yeah, and I haven't really shown what the game looks like. So the very first thing I notice after I poke around the splash screen a little bit, or the main menu, I always call this a splash screen, that's the wrong term for it. There are no settings, but there's some key shortcuts for full screen and things like that. Nothing in help. Has a scroll bar that doesn't do anything. So clearly a lot of stuff is missing here. It does have credits, so that's good. They do some sort of weird jumping around thing when I scroll through them. Anyway, though, the really big thing that I notice right away when I start the game is there's no audio anywhere. The whole game is completely silent. And audio is very important in a game like this. In video games, we feel with our ears primarily. So a game like this with no audio just is missing a crucial component of feedback that just makes the whole thing sort of feel, I don't know how to describe it, just sort of dead and lifeless. I guess those mean the same thing. But anyway, so that's a game like the state this game is in, as early as it is way past the point where it needs audio to really get a feel for the game. So that's sort of my top priority right away, as I recommend getting some sort of audio feedback in here so you know what's going on. So I know I'm running out the timer here. I can see it ticking down. This is a physics platformer. I can tell just by the way the movement works that everything is done with a physics engine, with impulses and all the things that implies. So let's see, the controls are a little funny. If I press shift, I can dash forward. If I press down in the air, I can dash downward. Control left, right, wall jump. Okay, I haven't figured out that part yet. So this little thing has two hearts on it. I can stomp on it, I've found, but it damages both me and it, so it seems like it's not really worthwhile. Like, if I do this perfectly each time, I could take it down without dying, but okay, here we go. Well, see, that didn't work for some reason. One implication of the way this game does physics is... What happened? I don't know what happened. I pressed the jump button and just restarted. Maybe I ran out of time. That's probably what happened. The way the physics work, there's almost no air control, so as soon as I jump, I can move to the side just the tiniest little bit, but not very much. I have played games that use a physics engine in this way for platforming before, and honestly, they've always felt terrible to me. And this is, I'm gonna be honest here, this is no exception. I am not enjoying the way this platforms at all. Like, there is a double jump, but look at how it works. So if I press the spacebar again at the height of my jump, I just get this tiny little boost upward. If I'm going downward, it just slows my fall. So I have to press it at the very beginning to actually get the boost. That's just how it works with the physics impulses being applied. If I want to go up the slope, it's kind of weird, and I sort of roll down it. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this wall jump thing. If there wasn't stuff trying to kill me all the time. Control left or right wall jump. Let's see. Control, it's saying is So control and spacebar do the same thing. Is that wall not something I can jump, or what? Do I need more speed? Do I actually need to hold control? Control left. See, the slope is there and doesn't even give me an opportunity to really try properly. Can I do something about this thing? Oh. Not really sure what happened there. Oh, I died and went to the checkpoint. That's what it was. Okay. Alright, so these little things that I'm collecting are going into account here. This has some alpha problems. There's a border of dark pixels around it, so that needs to be cleaned up and made properly transparent. The text here is very low contrast against the background. It kind of works down here because the ground is brown, but right here, this is not ideal. It's kind of hard to read it. What is this? I guess that's the pause button. It doesn't work. If I click it, can I... Let's see, end game escape, debug F1. Let's see what that does. Okay. Full screen F2, I'm already in full screen. Restart F3. Game restart F4. Sure, that takes you back here. I haven't gone very far. So, interesting. So it did restart it, but it actually saved my save, so I can't restart all the way. Okay, so maybe I should be using the... How often can I do the sideways dash? Not very often. Okay, so anyway, I'll stop messing around in the first level here. Just, these physics do not feel good to me. My recommendation is that traditional physics in this sense not be used for platformer controls at all. Like, you really just want fake physics for any kind of platformer movement. Your game will feel much better if you do it that way. Physics engines are cool and all, but they're just very poorly suited to this kind of movement. So, somehow I need to get down there. Best way is probably like this, but I have no air control, so I have to be very careful with my jump trajectory. And I'm just going to exit. It does this weird scrolling thing to the next level. Can I go off the left edge? Takes me to this main menu. And then back to the previous checkpoint? That's weird. I don't yet understand this wall jump. Does it just not work? Am I doing it wrong? Okay, control... Oh wait, I somehow did it. I think. Okay, I have to steer away from the wall at just the right point. Does spacebar work? Yes, spacebar works. Okay. I'd like my cursor to be hidden during the game. That's a minor point. There's much larger concerns here. Okay, so maybe I'm supposed to... Can I use the keyboard to start again? Does it have to kick me back to the main menu? Nope. Just have to click every time, then my cursor's on screen again. Okay, I managed to wall jump. Bat appears to be dropping bombs. Yeah, just like getting over that lava pit. If I don't get the acceleration together before I start jumping, then there's just no feedback for those spikes hitting me. I mean, audio would go a long way, but you need some sort of visuals there too. No feedback for hitting the checkpoint. So a whole bunch of falling rocks here. I think last time I tried to go through this, it was sort of like, oh, well, that didn't actually happen last time. That was much worse. This is a situation where I need to be using the horizontal dash, although it's very dangerous because it's going to just push me into lava. This, I think, is... Yeah, that's a weight puzzle, if you can call it a puzzle. And now we're back on the surface. Oh man, this lack of air control is just killing me. Like, not having any air control is okay if you have the appropriate finesse of ground control, but I have so little traction on the ground that often in platform games, even though it doesn't make any sense, the way the way you gain traction is to jump, because that gives you a little buffer before you're hitting the ground to determine where you're standing. And usually you have just as much traction in the air. Well, usually you have a significant portion of the traction you have on the ground in the air in a platform game. So not having that here, I could probably, yeah. Not having that here makes the air controls feel, makes it not work that I don't have air control, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to double jump into the wall, then wall jump. And see, there was that wall jump. It didn't... It seems to be acting relative to my current velocity rather than setting it to a fixed value. So if I'm already moving downward, I'm going to be moving... I'm not going to get as much boost out of the jump if I were moving upward. I see that key. Okay, I see blue key, gets me to yellow. See, I know about this downward boost and the sideways one. And I guess I'm not using them very well. Now wait, this box was up here and I was able to get up there. With you down there, I'm not actually sure how I get up there. I didn't need you down there to get the blue key, so I guess I need to reset the level? Okay. So yeah, and that's poor level design because that's just a way to get stuck. And getting stuck can be okay, but it's usually better avoided. All right, so let me see if I can at least bring the blue key to the... No, don't do that. To the blue locks to get in there. See, doing that, I just dash off the edge of the platform because I don't have the amount of control I would need to stop there. So I just have to use the tiny little bit of air control I have to do that. Oh, well, that platform's gone. Guess I'm not getting these coins unless I can... No. Now I wonder if I needed to be in there. Is that another way to get stuck? Yeah, I see an orange key. I don't know what happened there. That was strange. Oh. Right, no, I can still wall jump. Maybe I can. Yeah, what do you do there? This game has the level design of a platform with a platform game with non-physics based controls. And that's really the main thing that's making this just not viable as a game right now. I'm trying not to be too negative, but I want to give honest feedback on what I really do think about this. And this is not a good time as it is right now. It's certainly not unsalvageable, but the game physics need to go back to the drawing board. This is never going to be fun, basically, if it continues the way it is. It's fine to use a physics engine in a platform game. It just needs to be used more sparingly than this, or more maybe just not for controlling the character at all. With the appropriate amount of attention. I know I don't actually need to even go in here. I got the yellow key, but I will need to go there eventually to get the orange one, it looks like. Anyway. So that gives me the blue key, and yep, that puts me right back to where I was, so I need to I need to do the impossible over there. Sideways dash doesn't help me if I'm not high enough. Maybe I can just dash over the platforms over there, but I don't think... I think it's likely I'm just going to fall out of the sky. And aren't those the type that disappeared anyway? So I was just about to slide into that box and move it into a place where I wouldn't be able to get up where I needed to go. Yeah, like this wall jump in particular is very fiddly. Okay, so I got there. That platform didn't quite disappear, but it wanted to. I could see it. See, I am learning techniques to make this kind of work. Oh, that platform's gone. To work with the physics as they are, but I shouldn't have to. This ought to be more intuitive, just to sit down and play, rather than having to learn all the weird little quirks of the way the movement works in order to have any kind of chance at beating a level. Like, the design of the levels is what ought to be challenging me, not the controls. If controls are the most challenging thing in your game, you have a problem. So I think my best chance of getting over this is probably going to be, after I wall jump up there, I'll do a sideways dash, hope I get my feet on that platform and can do another jump and get to where that key is. Okay, I did the dash too late. I need to do it earlier. Do it now. Okay, that was too early. I'm glad there is an invisible wall on the left and it's not just taking me back to the main menu like the first two levels seemed to. I don't know if that was just death or if it was supposed to be like walk left to go back or what. But this level is different apparently for some reason. Like, why is this level different? Is that intentional? Is that by design? Now, see, even if I do that, I don't jump high enough, so I guess I have to double jump off of that after I hit it, which is really hard to do in the first place. Again, I'm really not trying to be negative here, but I think honest feedback is very important, and to be honest about this, I have to be kind of negative about it, because this game needs work very badly. Okay, dash. Nope, too early. Too early again. Okay, do it later. Of course, I fall off that platform. I have a lot of patience for these things, so I wouldn't say I'm having a... What on earth just happened? My whole screen went black. Okay, I'm not entirely sure that's the game. I think... Hang on. I don't know what this looks like on video. It might just be a black screen. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, looks like the video is still just showing the game. I think, okay, I don't think that was the game. I think that was my external monitor just doing something silly, so disregard that. It might have looked like nothing was even happening, but both of my screens went black and I couldn't see anything for a few seconds. Oh, hey, oh, come on now. Why did I not jump very high on that platform? See, I could attempt to stop on it, but I'm fairly certain I would just slide off. Okay, so I'm here, I'm there, jump, and it's like I'm doing a double jump there or something, because I don't get as much height off of that. Okay, I've stopped here. Okay, I'm going to attempt to land on that platform and stop on it. I have done that successfully. Okay, so double jump, dash, and we got the orange key. After like 6 minutes of trying the exact same thing over and over. What is this? Are these lava particles for lava that isn't actually here? See, they look like little swirly fire things, like you'd see in a Super Mario Brothers fireball or something. Not sure what else those could be. Like, they're not leaves. Now, what was that? I was just holding right. Okay, it didn't happen again. I sort of I tripped, apparently. Now here's the slope again. course I sort of... Yeah, I'm just holding right. That's all I'm doing. Still holding right. Letting go of right, holding right. And I just stop on the slope. So I can't walk up a 45-degree slope. Okay, well that gave me some health back. I don't know why I would want to mess with this guy, why I would want to be down here. Oh, and then I'd get stuck down there. Oh, and see, this looks like a bad time here. All I can do is use the little bit of air control I have to get up there. There's another heart there, which it looks like I need, but I'm going to die getting it if this thing touches me. Oh, well, that negated any benefit I got from that. I'm picking up keys just because I happen to stumble into them. What happens if I'm in this state and I dash? Okay, it does move me. Was it really necessary for this guy to be down here? Like that's a blind fall. The only way I'd know he was there is if I had already gone down there, which I have very little reason to do, and seen him rolled to the left side of that. Is that a bowling ball? What is that even? Oops, okay. Well, I'm going to die here. And I don't know when the last checkpoint it was. And in fact, I think I'm stuck. I don't think there's any way out of this unless I can wall jump all the way from there to the left side, and it doesn't look like that's going to be possible. Does a wall jump reset my double jump? No, well, the answer is no. Alright, well, that takes me back to the main menu. Last checkpoint was at the very beginning of this level. Okay, well, this is all I'm doing. I don't see any need to go through all of that again. Anyway, so game... Oh, I tripped again. I was just holding left, and apparently I decided to go up in the air a little bit. So I appreciate the submission. I hope this wasn't too brutal. I hope it was honest and helpful. But yeah, this... Oh, look at that box just vibrating in place there. Anyway, so a lot of aspects of this game need to go back... Not touching anything. He's doing that completely on his own. A lot of aspects of this game really need to go back to the drawing board. It's fixable, but it needs serious work to be viable as it is. If I jump right now, what's going to happen? Okay, he looks like he's falling. Is that his... So if I walk into the box and release all the keys, it looks like he's moving to the left. If I jump, it looks like he's still falling when he's on the ground. So the box is interacting strangely. Oh! I'm falling when I'm on top of the box, too. Why is this box pushable? Why is the first interactable thing you encounter... Oh, well, he's doing it now, so it's not just a box thing. I don't know why. Okay, so it's just if I release the key and let him skid to a stop. Oh, but on the box, it doesn't no matter what. Yeah, so why is the first interactable thing you encounter in this level something you never want to interact with, because if you push it around, you lose your way up here? Like, that's an element of the level that exists only to mess you up if you choose to explore with it. Typically, you'd want to reward exploration rather than punish it. I mean, I'm saying exploration, but it's a type of exploration to see that you can push the box. So, okay, what if I push the box off the ledge? Oh, well, I guess I just have to restart the level now. That's no good. Oh, I do have a life counter up there, it looks like. Are those lives? Hang on, can I do something that'll cause me any damage here? No, not without getting through a few doors. Okay, well, I can't test that out. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm going to stop here. If you did find this helpful, people who have games at this stage of development, which, by the way... Oh, well, I just quit it, apparently. That's what Escape does. which, by the way, the phrase alpha build version 1.0.0 definitely does not describe the state of this game. Alpha has a different meaning, although well, games don't generally stick to that. But anyway, this is not feature complete. This is not a major version 1. This is a major version 0. So 0 dot something would be a far more accurate description of this game. Just minor nitpicking there. Why is it? Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to stop here. If people who have games at this level of development did find this helpful, because maybe, I mean, negative feedback, it can often be much more helpful than positive feedback. Like if I were getting games to playtest and just said, yeah, this is great, everything's cool, then I guess you get some exposure benefit out of it, but you don't really get anything you can use to improve the game. So I'm hoping that these suggestions are things that'll help you improve the game. So again, right, like I said, this is open for submissions. If you want to submit something, I would normally recommend it be more complete than this, but if you found this helpful and you have a game at this level, then feel free to submit it. Like, I'm happy to do another one of these where I'll actually sort of rip the game apart and say, okay, this is wrong, this needs to go back to the drawing board. If that's what you want. I don't know, I like to be sort of a positive, optimistic person, so it's harder for me to give negative feedback than positive feedback, but again, sometimes it's what's needed. So hopefully this wasn't too bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.